Hello everyone. A few weeks ago I purchased a Windows XP laptop that I haven't seen too many people talk about, or I even knew existed. The laptop I'm talking about is the NASCAR PC by Sysnet. You gotta dig pretty deep to find info on the laptop variant like I have. Being in 2005, Sysnet made both a desktop and laptop variant. But jumping into what the laptop offers as far as the I/O, on the left side we have S-Video out, VGA out, telephone and Ethernet out, 2 USBs, SD, and PC card. And on the front we have the LED indicators along with a volume knob and your standard audio jacks. Plain and simple, on the right hand side we have a DVD drive, and on the back we have 2 more USB and the power in. Okay, so opening the laptop, it is secured down by a latch, and somehow, even though it doesn't really look like it in the video, the hinges still work pretty well. But this is the beauty of the NASCAR PC laptop. Up top we have the power buttons, we have reset, networking, and a full-size keyboard aside from the numpad. But on the actual housing itself, we have just a simple decal with the NASCAR checkered flag. We have an AMD Turion 64 badge there, and then this is a serial number of some sort. I'm not sure from whoever owned it last, but we have a decent sized screen here. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into plugging it in and see if this thing even powers on. Being that this didn't come with a charger, I had to order one off of Amazon, so hopefully this thing does not explode. Okay, well, I plugged it in, and the charging indicator light is on, so let's power it on and see what we get. Okay, so for the BIOS logo, we have the NASCAR PC logo. That's actually pretty cool. It's custom like that. Hopefully it's OEM, but I'm kind of doubting that. Alright, cool. Well, it's booting into Windows XP. Hopefully we have some sort of original software on here. Okay, well, it doesn't seem to be password locked, but yeah, it doesn't look like it has the OEM software on it. Okay, so I decided to jump over to my Elgato, and I power up the computer. I don't think this is OEM, because it should have a NASCAR theme from the little information that I've got from this laptop that I was able to actually research. But it looks like at least all the drivers are here, which, I mean, I'll settle for that. But a Synaptics pointing device that's revolving around the trackpad, and the graphics card, the TV display is technically what this is, but yeah, Revo uninstaller, VLC, image burn, Adobe Reader. What else do we have going on? Tweak UI. Haven't used that in a long time. Actually, looks like we got a couple other accessories in here. We got 7-zip, arcade classic pack, PDF writer, DVD shrink. What do we have? Any games? Of course, pinball. IMG burn, like I said. What else do I got? Power calculator, Silverlight. I don't know what Revo uninstaller is. Windows search, Terracopy. So I'm assuming this was used for some sort of like maintenance laptop. Let's look at the system properties as I try to find my mouse here. Okay, so this right here shows me that it's not OEM. So, but we do have a Turion 64 mobile at 1.6 gigahertz. At 1.87 gigs of memory, so I'm assuming this laptop is already maxed out, because if I'm correct, the website that I was able to find off Web Archive or Internet Archive, it only comes with 512 megs. So yeah, I'm assuming this has been maxed out. So what do we got for a hard drive is my question. Looks like we have a 60 gig laptop. So it looks like we have a 60 gig hard drive. I did test out the CD drive, and I haven't installed it, but I just put in the disk to see if it worked. But what I want to do is benchmark some games, some racing games, because this game is, I guess, time appropriate, although I use it on every benchmark video that I do, but I love this game. Okay, so it looks like we are done installing here, and my aspect ratio is like way the hell out. So before I do anything as far as the benchmarking goes, I'm going to install Fraps just so I have a time-appropriate FPS monitor, so to speak. Yeah, it's just telling me that since I didn't eject the flash drive, it's dead now. So, yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm absolutely sure of it. So let's go ahead and run Fraps, and then I'll continue on with the benchmarking. So, let's see if I remember how to use one of these. Alright, so first game first, we're going to do 4x4 Evolution. I swear, this game is such an underrated classic, and you can't tell me otherwise. Okay, so setting the resolution at 1024 by 768, that's currently what I have this display set at right now. I'm just going to leave it as completely normal. The renderer, actually, you know what? I think I want to change that to OpenGL because usually AMD runs just a little bit better with OpenGL, so let's just see how that goes. I didn't change my aspect resolution. Oh well. Okay, well, we are running at 50 FPS, so let's see what all we can get here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick race. I'm not gonna do like an entire one. I just want to see how it handles with other vehicles on the screen. So let's see what we got. So first things first, we jump down. Let me change my view here. Jump down about 10 FPS, about 10 frames, but it's still very functioning. Like it still looks good and like is smooth, which is nice. So I guess it just depends on how much is on the screen or how much is on the display. I swear, at one point in time I knew how to drive on this game. Yeah, I swear. So yeah, looks like with less things on the display that the FPS goes up, which is completely expected, but the thing is that does kind of worry me is that I know that with the other games are just a bit more graphically demanding, but I may be wrong. I may be wrong, so hopefully those will run just a little bit better, but what can I say out of a laptop from this era? I did not expect this thing to be like NASA quality. So yeah, but all in all, this doesn't run bad, like anywhere between like 30 to 45 FPS, which is kind of a large gap, but I don't have a lot going on the display. But when the other vehicles were on, it was a different story. So I would chalk this up to around like a 40 FPS kind of thing. So yeah, this is not terrible, not terrible. A solid B plus as far as functioning goes. And other than that, I mean, it still looks good. Maybe it'd run better with the DirectX 3D, but I guess we'd have to tell. All right, up next we have Far Cry. I got lucky this time around because once I read this was a game that came pre-installed with the laptop or was bundled with it, I actually realized that I had a boxed copy of this, and I'm like, I finally have an excuse to play this game again. Okay, so it's been like an hour later, and you can probably hear the CD drive. And yeah, I'm just ready to play Far Cry and see how this goes. So let's just do the thing. My patience has been tested. I forgot how long it takes to install. Video, Direct 3D 9, 1024 by 768 by 72, no anti-aliasing. Let's just auto detect. See if it runs a. You know, let's go medium. Just to test it here, since this is a game that came with it. Let's just put it to medium. And hit OK, and let's see what we get. Alright, well, we're at 62 frames per second on medium settings. But these are cutscenes, don't let that fool you. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be running at 30 frames per second, so let's just hit the demo loop and see what we can get. Yeah, it looks like we're just averaging anywhere between 30 to 35 FPS. Which, I mean, on medium settings, that's okay. So let's jump into the campaign and see what we can find. Easy because I've maybe played this game maybe 3 times. So let's just jump right into it. Now that I can't say I did not... I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Holy smokes. On medium settings, it's going to run that bad? Wow. For a game that came bundled with the laptop, man, that's surprising. That's really, really surprising. The more stuff that's on the display, man, that's something. Okay, so now let's run it with the low setting and see what we can get, if it's just any better at all. Gosh, I've used power tools that are more quiet than that disk drive. Alright, let's see if it is hopefully any better. Low setting is what the game did detect it would probably run the best on. So... it's probably going to be just as terrible. Wow, I'm surprised. Yeah, it's really no different. I mean, it's not awful, like you can still play it, but yeah, this, even for the time, this wasn't very optimal, so to speak. Wow. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised, and this is stuff that's close up, so I can't really imagine that this is gonna run much better when there's less things on the display that's being drawn up. Okay, so that was a little bit of a disappointment, I can't lie. I guess up next is what I'll do is I'll install the NASCAR Thunder game, and we'll try that, and hopefully, my expectations are pretty low now, not gonna lie. Hopefully that runs just a little bit better, so let me pop in the disc and see what hopefully we can get. Okay, so I gotta switch back to old school, like, screen recording because my VGA to HDMI adapter completely took a crap on me right before I was getting to the last game. And that last game is NASCAR Thunder 2004, another game that was included with this laptop. And after the last couple games that I have played, that, at least Far Cry, came with the laptop, ran like hot garbage, I kind of have low expectations for this, but you never know. I could be wrong, so let's just get this installed and see if we're going to be disappointed like the other ones. Yeah, that right there is the CD drive. That's just, that's driving me crazy. You would have thought it was a floppy drive, man. That's insane to me. Your computer is below the minimum requirements to run NASCAR Thunder 2004. Follow the instructions for electronic technical support feature to check your system in full. Wow, really? Right off the get-go, it's telling us that it's not even up to par. This is a game that came with the laptop. Like, wow, that's just nuts to me. Okay, so you know what? Let's just go for it. We're gonna run it in 32-bit 1024 by 768, just so it at least matches the aspect ratio. We're gonna analyze, and maybe it'll give us some sort of. So it looks like it's just like going through the motions, I guess. Object detail level minimum, texture detail level medium. So I guess that's not minimum. I guess. So we'll hit finish, and let's see what we got. Yeah, man, I can't say I'm surprised, to be 100% honest, because I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, even for the time being in the mid-2000s.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm Dale Jarrett. I'm in the game. NASCAR Thunder 2004.
Turn my volume all the way up. Okay, so we're gonna go with Elliott Sadler. This guy was my dude back in the day, number 38. With just what we got going on right now, we're at a happy 53 frames per second, which I'm okay with. The textures aren't incredibly horrible. Again, I really wish I was able to like have the screen capture, but we're just gonna go. Yeah, we're just gonna do the minimum. I probably should have looked at the controls. Up arrow. Okay, so it's the arrows, as a matter of fact. Okay, so it's manual. Okay, never mind. We don't need that. So at least in the cockpit view, it's running at 54 frames a second. So maybe we were duped on that one. Yeah, I mean, it's running fairly smoothly, and it looks good too, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, we're staying at a solid 55, 56. Probably get a little more on track here. Yeehaw! Huh, well, I mean, I am a little impressed, I'm not gonna lie. At least with the NASCAR game it works, I guess is what they were aiming for. Nothing really else, but, I mean, it looks good, and it runs good as well, so, I mean, what more could you ask for as far as the NASCAR game? Can't say I'm impressed, but not impressed, I guess? Like, it does what it's supposed to do, I assume, but for the price that it was back in the day, almost $1,200 for this laptop, you're pretty much paying for just the name and a basic laptop that you probably could have got at the places this was sold at for a third of the price even. I guess what they were going for, but I can't say that even back in the day that there were many people that were all too happy about having a laptop of this price with the performance. It would have made a great, like, working laptop if you wanted something, if you were a big NASCAR fan and you wanted to, you know, browse the internet or do homework on or whatever, if you were a big fan. Or yeah, I kind of feel bad for people who bought this back in the day, man. This is kind of, maybe that's the reason why nobody talks about this. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna hit the outro and go from there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this NASCAR PC by Sysnet video. If you guys did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel where I post more content like this. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. I do plan to be doing some sort of upgrades to this laptop, maybe maxing it out, maybe trying to throw an SSD inside so we can make the NASCAR PC just a little bit faster. So, if you guys enjoyed, you know the drill, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.